say.
Go.
Flintstones.
Meet the Flintstones. They're the modern Stone Age family. From the town in Bedrock, they're a page right out of history. Let's ride with the family down the street through the courtesy of Fred's 2 feet. When you're with the Flintstones, yabba-dabba-do time, yabba-do time, we'll have a gay old time.
Hello?
Oh.
Hello.
I went to the wrong screen for a second. Oh no. There we are. Okay.
Hi, everybody.
I still haven't tested out if my pen pressure and everything is working right now, so we'll fuck around, find out, and see if it works. But hey, guys!
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Welcome to another thrilling installment of your life.
Welcome to the stream. We're starting on a new shot today. Yay!
Yay!
Hey, how do you weigh a millennial in Instagrams? Thank you, Draco.
Very accurate.
Much appreciated. Oh, I haven't started my music yet. Hold on. There we go. Much better. I realized in the last stream, I don't think Dave... That's not the music I needed to start.
That's what that joke deserved.
Oh, thank you. Well, again, I realized last stream, I don't think I played my music the entire time, and I was like, why is it oddly quiet? And then I was like, oh... Right. Also, hey, Dirty Debbie, Syndrostem, Night Sorcerer, Dawn K. Dragon, thank you so much for all subscribing. Hey, if you guys have Amazon Prime, you can use that to subscribe to me totally for free. So you get all of my emotes, and you get a special subscriber badge, and all that good stuff. So yeah, if you have Amazon Prime, remember to hook it up with your Twitch, and sub to me for free, and give me free money, please and thank you. But no, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you everybody who's already given bits and subbed and everything. Is much appreciated. Glad to
Ed
be
Mario
back.
said, Ashley and Dave, would you believe I stopped watching porn for this? If you did, that's really sad.
That's a bad choice. You should have gone back
This
to the
is
porn.
our stream is the ultimate form of blue balls.
I apologize for your blue balls. Hopefully the beauty that is the animation process can get you through it.
I thought you were going to say get you off.
I mean, that too, you know.
I mean, whatever rocks your socks, brother.
Also, exactly what Bergflax says. Free Jeff Bezos money. If you want to give me some of Jeff Bezos' money for absolutely free, use your Twitch Prime to sub to me.
Dude, why didn't Jeff Bezos just stay in space?
Dude,
I remember
it's a better place.
I remember that petition going around that was just like, Jeff Bezos, stay in space. Don't let him back on Earth. And I'm like, yeah, I agree.
Jeff Bezos was just calling that name. Did you see the thing where Elon Musk is like apparently making advertisements in space now?
Yeah, I forget which one of us it was, but one of us was like, parody is dead.
Somebody said on Twitter though, it's like they're gonna put like porn ads in space.
I hope so.
Oh, Don K. Dragon, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, and Coco's in the chat saying Mama Swirl hype. I am so hyped to see that, Coco.
Coco.
I like I said on Twitter, I applaud the commitment
We're
to the
gonna have
bit.
to make Mama Swirl a real thing.
Fuck, right? But yeah, no, Coco, the cosplay's coming along fucking amazingly. I absolutely love it.
I hope the artist who did that is going to see it, and you two can like high five. That's what I hope.
I hope they're proud of their cursed creation.
Yeah.
All right, enough fucking procrastinating.
Speaking of Papa Swirl, like in the shot right here that you're going to clean up, that's the old design of the ice cream truck.
Oh yeah, it didn't used to have the Papa Squirrel head on it. It used to
we
just have
can
an ice
talk
cream
about
cone.
that for fun. So before we in the writing process came up with the whole Papa Swirl thing with the head and the lore and everything, we were just gonna have it like a dropped ice cream cone on the top that was like leaking on the side that admittedly kind of looked like a turd.
It looked like a big leaky poo, and that was very funny, but it turns out Papa Swirls had a lot more meme potential.
Yes, and then we both liked the idea of like, what if we just made it like a creepy mascot that just added to like the shittiness factor of the whole thing.
Also,
And that just-
Bloodstar,
it-
thank you for the gift sub.
And that was just way. But yeah, so that's like an old storyboard with the old truck design. So don't worry, Papa is not gone. He is just he just has not been foreseen.
Foreseen.
Hey guys, raise the small boy ooh woo. Why did I have to read that? Hey guys, it was my birthday yesterday, guys. This is one of the first streams to ever make it, so it's a win-win for me. Well, happy birthday. For my birthday, can you change your username?
Why are you trying to reserve his username?
Yeah, I want it. I want raise the small boy ooh woo.
Listen,
All right,
actually, fellas,
Yes.
I got to explain something that Dave and I thought about doing at one point. I don't know
Okay.
if we ever plan on doing it, but I know we talked about it. We joked about the idea of just what if one day both of us just switched our ats to the other and made our names
Oh yeah!
and everything be the other, and like we just like used the other's account as if nothing was different and just would wait and see if anybody would notice.
Yeah, and what we do is like switch like Twitter icons and banners, our bio. The only thing that is the same is just our ats are normal, but it would just
we could
off.
totally like swap our ats and then like fucking.
Well, how many times can you do that before Twitter like locks you out?
I don't know.
Also, Death Kitten, thank you so much for the bits. We're almost all the way through level 2 of the hype train.
Hold
Hell
on.
yeah.
Let me test that on my fucking burner account.
We would just change it to @Dave Castiville.
Let me change. Hold on. Yeah, actually, I could do that. Hold on. Wait.
I don't think it'll let you because it's my name.
Hold
Also,
on.
I've been if I may recommend something to the audience, I have taken like a 2-day Twitter break, and it's been very, very nice. I recommend it every once in a while. Just get away, and then come back, and it'll be fun again for a little bit.
Here, Dave. Look at my alt account now.
See. Perfect.
Let me see how many times I can change my app before it tells me I can't anymore.
Night Sorcerer, thank you for the gift sub.
Okay, I was able to change it right back. Yeah. It's fine.
Mama Swirl ending relationship with Papa Swirl. Now she's with Warren. Yeah. No, I'm the same. You know what's funny is that Ashley and I have talked about this. Like Instagram, like I use Twitter a lot. I go on Instagram maybe like twice a month.
Yeah, I
Like-
never
Same.
use Instagram.
I never
Yeah.
use Instagram. I'm a Twitter boy.
Aw, thank you, Yeen Dad, for the bits. Bits for the hype train, and I'm gonna go lay down with Velvet. We're both sick, so not sticking around. Enjoy stream. Aw, you guys take it easy. I hope you have a good day.
Yeah. Also, I'm
Wing
only gonna be
Gundam.
here.
Want to get away? Now you can go to the moon with the Elon Musk rocket. Be an astronaut. Party with your friends. Have sex on the moon. Reserve your flight and vacation at fuckelonmusk.com.
Good
Excellent.
lord.
Also, I'm here, but I'm only here for like 10 or 20 minutes because I got a session soon.
Michael
Yeah.
is he's recording his pickup lines for the new Charles in Charge season.
Yes, I'm so excited to announce. You broke my NDA though, Dave. So
I'm sorry. You told me the lines were
I'm
just
never-
Charles, I'm in charge,
I'm,
and that's
I'm
all the
never
lines.
getting hired again at this rate, Dave. You've ruined me.
I gave you a career and then I ruined it.
Thank
I gave you your career, and I can take it away.
Dave. Thank you for my career.
Michael, what if if you were to ever hypothetically, like obviously I would never ever want you to lose your career, but hypothetically if something bad happened right when I chipped another tooth, the state of my teeth also keeps your career in line. Like
Lime?
in line.
It sounded like you said in lime.
I heard in line.
Okay. But no, yeah, like if dude, one of my teeth is gonna chip eventually because I got a bad tooth. And when that happens, then my career's really on the line. Dude, Dave, did I tell you that I think we chipped the same tooth at like nearly the same time?
Really?
Yeah, because like I showed you which tooth it is for me. It's like it's my like you know how you have your two front teeth? It was like the tooth right next to my left front tooth.
Oh damn.
Is that
Yeah,
the same one that chipped for you?
yeah, that's the same one as me.
That literally, the weekend that I got cast, I'm pretty sure I lost half of that tooth.
Yeah, I think that's just humans.
Like the night that I got cast, I lost it. I remember.
That's just humanity's
Welcome to
worst
the team.
tooth.
The night that I got cast in the pilot, I literally fucking lost that half of that tooth.
That is the Achilles heel of teeth.
Aw, thank you, Aquatic Sheep, for the bits.
Yeah, and then I had to get it fixed, and then it was fixed by the time I had my recording session.
Someone says just super glue to fix the tooth, you're fine. That's right. I remember the other day we were watching, because Jackass 4 got announced, so we were watching old Jackass clips, and I showed Michael the when Aaron Bagichi gets his tooth yanked out by the Lamborghini on a string.
Oh, yeah.
And it pulls like the whole tooth out, root and all.
God.
Ugh. I can only imagine how fucking painful that would be.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I read into it. Apparently, it actually fucked up his skull a little bit because when a tooth comes down, it's supposed to come down straight. That came down at an angle, and it actually fucking like made his like entire skull like protrude a little bit weirdly.
I can only imagine how badly that hurts. Also, my fucking microphone is just in the right spot for me to keep hitting it with my hand when I'm drawing. So if you hear me adjusting it, I apologize.
Yes, Piper do be like happy.
Piper's a good girl.
I don't know which cat did it. It could be.
We're working.
Train.
Wait. Ashley is cleaning up the pilot, a shot in the pilot of Farfetched, our show. It is not Has Been or Hell of a Boss.
Neither of them work on it anymore. On Has Been.
We are
and they
making
never
our own
worked on Hell
show.
of a Boss.
Yeah, as usual, if you guys have any questions or anything about the show or about how much we suck as human beings, please.
I'm a perfect human being. I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, only people who are flawed would say that.
I've never had a flaw in my life.
Also,
How are you guys?
we're doing good.
I'd say like a 6.
I'm a little lethargic and tired.
I'm sleepy today, man.
Today's a sleepy day.
Very sleepy day.
I'm a little
What's the
tired.
setting of the show? The show takes place in the town of Valeport in the late 2000s. It is a horror comedy show. What inspired this show? Ashley and I just having a bunch of crazy ideas and coming up with a big plot for what was originally her little purple dog show, and it's turned into this big thing about a girl, a purple dog, a rock band, an ice cream truck, monsters, and a big, big lore story. So, sup? I recently discovered you through YouTube, and I must say I really love all the work you do, and I think you're really cool people. Well,
Aw,
Thank
thank
you.
you. It's very sweet.
have you ever forgot the characters' names? You know what? I could call you out for this, Ashley.
Oh my god, it took me...
And it's so funny because you're cleaning her up right now.
It took me 4 months to adjust to Piper's new name. I don't know why. She was like the one that just... I think I got super attached to her old name. So like, I just couldn't get over it. But Piper used to be called Alice
Yes.
And for the longest fucking time, I kept calling her Alice. And so, like, I would give the team, like, instructions, or I would label, like, work and stuff, and I would call Piper Alice, and everybody would be like, who the fuck is Alice? And I'm like, God, right, fucking God, we changed her name. I don't know why. That was such a hard adjustment for me.
It's just the kind of thing where it's like you got something stuck in your head for so long that it's hard to just switch up.
Like,
what was Griff's old name?
Griff used to be called Chester. And that literally took me 2 days to switch.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about that one. It was just easier to...
I still call Piper Alice every now and again.
How dare you? I'll throw a pie at your face.
A Piper?
A Piper.
Yo, we still got more deep dish pizzas. That's like pie. We could throw one of those at Ashley.
What if you didn't?
It would hurt. But it would be delicious. Painful yet delicious. Oh. Hey,
Someone
my sister
said
is
Griff...
calling me. I'll be right back.
Okay. Griff definitely looks more like a Griff than a Chester. Well, that's good.
Yeah, I think Griff worked out better in the long run.
Are there any characters in the show that don't like Kira? Yes.
Yeah. A lot.
Kira is adorable, but she's also very annoying and destructive, so...
I'll say something. Like, so we're considering making some merch that involves tarot cards, so we had to, like, figure out who everybody's tarot cards were. And if you know anything about tarot at all, we chose the Tower for Kira. And so if you know the Tower card, you can infer a lot about Kira from that. But yeah, we're not gonna make, like, a whole tarot card set. That would be way too fucking much right now, but we're thinking of, like, either, like, some keychains or stickers or something.
You had actually had the idea for the series before? Yeah, I mean, we actually, right now, obviously the 8-minute pilot short that we're currently cleaning up the animation of is, obviously it's in the works to be done. As we said the other day on Twitter, we're trying to get it out by the end of the year, but it might be a little bit after just because we don't know how it takes, but we're trying to get it out by the end of the year. But then we're going to be diving into episode 1 of the actual show, and we are deep in the the finishing up of the writing process of that. And boy, oh boy, God, I'm really I'm excited, obviously, for you guys to see the pilot, but the first episode, man. Woo!
Yeah,
this is gonna be some real fun stuff and some real doozies.
The first episode is Buckwild.
It is Buckwild. Because we've decided, we want to really sell this show to you guys, so we're just gonna go all out on episode 1 so that we could make the full show if people like it. So it'll be cool.
It will be very fun. Hey, Shimada donated $50. Thank you. Let me pull up donations. Shimada says, love y'all so much, y'all rock. If your personas were a class in D&D, what would they be? What weapons/tools would they have? Totally not for fan art ideas. Thanks, y'all. Keep doing great things. Plus Ultra. Oh, hell yeah. A fellow My Hero fan. Excellent. But if your personas were a class in D&D, I think... I'm
not a furry, so I'm not gonna answer this question.
Oh my god, shut up. Dave would be a necromancer.
Oh, thank you.
Honeybun, I think, would be a druid. Either a druid or, a ranger. Because I love in, games having, an animal companion. Or, the ability to, transform and shit. In D&D, though, I always fucking play, a barbarian or something. I always try and be a big, dumb barbarian.
I have to read this from Crab Lad. Do you ever just draw a banana, then feel sad? Because that was the first time experience for me today. I am sorry about your sad banana day. Truly.
Wait, sad banana day? Are they like impotent?
They said no. They said that they drew a banana and then got sad, and that's how their day started.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Everybody type sad banana. Sadana. I like that. Carlos Sadana.
Oh my god, shut up.
What's that song where it's like, well, it's just like the ocean under the moon? You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe?
It's Carlos Santana, but it's the dude from like Matchbox 20 who's singing it. The give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it.
Yeah.
That song. Yeah, that's Carlos Santana, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's just called Smooth, yeah.
I don't pay attention to music, as my music team has slowly and unfortunately figured out.
I'm gonna give crap to Ashley on this. We're making a show about a band, and she doesn't know about music.
Listen! Aw, Shimada donated another $5 and just says sad banana.
Sad banana. Luckily, I and the other boys for Sesamoid know plenty about music.
They can compensate for my incompetence.
Daniel B, $5. Good evening, guys. Thanks again for the Q&A. I really enjoyed it. Good luck on the cleanup. Hopefully this one won't take 2 months worth of streams. Hopefully not. Part of the problem is it's not. It's to be fair to Ashley. It's just that we get caught up talking and answering questions. So
and also, it's just I only work on it when I'm streaming.
I am back.
Oh, I totally fucked up. I didn't copy paste that. I'm an idiot.
My sister called me abruptly and said, "Can you sing as Angel Dust Happy Birthday to my friend that I'm in person with?" And I'm like, well, I kind of can't now because I've already answered the phone. They're a very sweet person, though.
What was that? Terror Troupe. I've been starting my own animated series and had a mental breakdown. What do you give for advice? Dude, we have those a lot making this show. As I can assume most indie creators of anything have. The thing is, have your breakdown and then slap yourself on the back and say, all right, we got to keep pushing on. Because if you really believe in your vision, it's important you chase it. That's what I would say.
Yep. It's like, it's okay to have your breakdown, have it, and then just go like, alright, time to keep going.
Oh, here's a good one. I got a question. So the town or place that Sesamoid live, is it real or made up completely? It's a made-up town in the USA called Valeport.
It's heavily based off of San Francisco, primarily Seattle, and a little bit of Portland. It's basically just your basic, like, fucking Pacific Northwest big city.
It's a boardwalk town with like wood exterior, kind of, you know. So they will have like a boardwalk area and everything. So because it's a port town, like Valeport. So you know, lots of water, wooded area, small town.
Lots of ships coming in and out, and like I wanted to especially draw from like how Seattle like is ocean, city, and mountains all rolled into one, like forest and mountains. So I think it's primarily based off Seattle.
Is Lars Ulrich a villain of the show? No, he's a villain of my life.
I thought fucking what's his name that only gave you $2 was the villain of your life.
That's Jay Leno. I have multiple villains.
Jay Leno is your ultimate enemy.
Oh, we can't say who, but somebody asked, do any of the characters have accents? Yes. But we can't say because they have not been revealed yet. So, but yes,
they are one of the best.
One of the most fun side characters has an accent. So,
I like them a lot.
Oh, we love Inside by Bo Burnham. I'm a huge Bo fan, and Inside was a masterpiece. I watched Inside by myself, and the rest of the day I just couldn't do anything. So I had to process it.
It gave me an emotional breakdown. It was great.
Yeah. No, Bo. I've been a huge fan of Bo for a long time. Like Make Happy and What are two of my favorite stand-up specials, and then Inside is just brilliant on its own. It's not. I wouldn't even call it a comedy special though. It's just a special. So.
Also, Punadian says Punadian? It's supposed to be Canadian with pun in it, and I can't fucking say it because I'm dumb. Enjoy my Canadian paper clips. Who's the biggest geek of the cast? Of the cast?
Oh, cast or the characters?
No, I think they mean cast.
That's tough. They're all nerds.
They're all geeks, like,
including us. So I don't want to throw. I'm not gonna throw. I would say Jacob or Zekas.
Yeah, I was thinking Jacob or Zekas either as well. I think Jacob.
If you're asking characters, though, it's Piper.
It's Piper.
You're asking if that's what you meant. We're just not sure.
I would say Jacob because he's a massive fucking nerd. We love him though. And then
I threw the banana in the tray.
Aww. Discord cut it out, but Dave laughed his ass off. Fucking MKU Art Queen donated $5 and says, "Hi, I really enjoy watching you guys, and I can't wait for your show to come out. Also, I was wondering, have you guys considered having merch or plushies of the demon puppy from the show? Also, how do you get fan art featured on your stream?" We absolutely want to make merch, or plush merch of especially Kira, but if not just Kira, all of the characters. It's just really expensive. I would love to make that happen. It's just super expensive. And, like, I have been approached by, like, websites by, like, CrowdMade or, like, I forget. I think maybe it is CrowdMade. Whatever the one is that, like, does a lot of plushie stuff for people online. But their profit split is really low. So, like, if we made plushies... Makeship, that's them. Yeah, I've been approached by Makeship, and, like, while what they do is really cool, the profit split with Makeship is really bad. So, like, we would make all these plushies and people would spend a bunch of money on them, but we wouldn't really make too much back. And since I've worked with manufacturing for quite a few years and am familiar with the process, I would rather us just manufacture our own plushies. So it's just gonna take a little while, though, before that happens.
So, mainly because, like, you know, all the merch you want to make will go back into making the show, because, you know, funding the show. But also, like, I have a thing where it's like, I mean, I obviously, just as much as Ashley, do want to let you guys have merch if you like the show, but I don't want to sell a lot of merch until the actual pilot is out, because I would feel guilty about selling a lot of merch before giving you actual content.
Also, hey, Hacker's in the chat. Hey.
Hello, Hacker.
Hey, Hacker!
But yeah, so it's like, I'd rather give content first than give you the merch. But yes, we definitely want to make plushies. That has been a discussion quite a few times.
Yeah. Also, Not Assayas says, Ashley is like the Tom Holland of Farfetch'd, because I feel like she's the one who tends to leak a lot of spoilers. No, I don't! Shut up, leave me alone.
To be fair, I've done that too. I gotta call myself out for that.
Also, I think I'm probably going to call it for now, because I got to get ready for a session at 6.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man.
So I think I will leave for now. But you all have a wonderful rest of your stream.
Aw. Have a good session, honey.
Thank you. Charles in charge will never be the same with me involved.
I know.
It'll be better than ever.
I'm gonna suck. Anyways, all right. You guys
All right,
have a
man.
good rest of your stream. Peace.
We'll see you after.
Bye.
Well, thankfully, now that he's gone. No, I'm kidding.
if
Tough.
if Valeport had a football team, what would it be called? Oh, that's a good question. Like a local football team.
The Valeport Sea Lion?
Sea lions.
Yeah.
Sea lions aren't an aggressive animal.
Are you kidding? Have you seen that sea lion that drags that little girl into the ocean?
Yeah, but they just flop. I don't want a football team that flops.
Okay, fine. What's your big, scary ocean animal?
I'm trying to think like what would be like because it's like a port town, right? So it's like what would be appropriate. The crabs.
Oh, yeah! That's so much better.
The Valeport crabs.
That's so much more intimidating, Dave.
The fucking. This is the image of like a bunch of football players doing the crab walk, like on a field.
Crab
It's really
people,
fun.
crab people, crab people.
I could just see them like going up against like the fucking like Patriots or something, and just like, and now the Valeport crabs.
Pop, 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 pop.
How do you get fan art featured on your stream? Tweet it with the hashtag Farfetched Show. We try to see all the fan art of the show through there, and we try to share it on here and the Twitter account.
Also, Microwave Capri Sun donated $12.34 and says, "Hello, Papa Swirl Simps. I present you all Microwave Capri Sun. Dave gets 2 because he is swaggy. Also, will there be a fan art feature tonight? Yes, there absolutely will. And yeah, if you want to get featured in the fan art feature, just be sure to tag me on Twitter or Instagram."
Please, somebody, for the love of God, if you're gonna do fan art, I mean, obviously do Farfetch fan art, but somebody do a shitpost drawing of just a couple football players doing like the crab walk.
Oh my god.
I need to see that.
Well, I guess it's set in stone now. Our football team is the Valeport Crabs.
That's never gonna be a plot point unless we have like a thing with local TV. It's like tonight the big game.
You know somehow it's gonna end up that the Sesamoid gang has to play a game of fucking football.
There's so much like God in making an original animated series or any kind of original series. There's so much like excess lore you come up with, and we have for this town and these characters. And some of it's just downright ridiculous, but the more ridiculous it is, the more likely it'll go into the script.
Oh yeah,
so
a lot of our shit's just plain fucking stupid, but whatever.
Every time I go to Ashley and I'm like, this is stupid, she just points at the big Kira plushie and she says, "Purple dog," and I'm like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, anytime Dave's like, this is too stupid, I'm either like, look at Kira or fucking our show's name is Farfetched, and he'll be like, oh, you're right.
Their fans could be called the Crustacean Nation. That's fantastic.
That's genius. Why aren't we hiring them to be a writer? Fuck.
Better than me.
Yeah.
We could talk about how our other roommate, Jacob Nakaw on Twitter, he has been helping us writing, because we decided that as much as Ashley and I, call the shots with everything, we need a third person to kind of balance out our ideas. So we're having Jacob help us with some of the streamlining and kind of compromise story making, and he's brought a lot of really, really good ideas to the scripts.
I can tell the way we write drives him nuts, though, because he writes very linearly, and Dave and I are really fucking non-linear in our process. And I think that drives him batshit crazy.
But it's good, though, because it's been very, okay, let's just kind of streamline this, as opposed to jumping all over the place. Thank you, Mighty Meat Pants, for $10. The Daleport Crab People.
Daleport?
Daleport. Donate 100 bits. Besides Dead from Evil Dead, what are your favorite movie monsters? Mine are the Xenomorph from Alien and the Alien from The Thing. Those are both very, very good.
The Alien from The Thing is my favorite.
Okay, I have two that I'll give that are okay. Real quick, Sino the Imp says, "Ah!"
Thank
There
you.
you go. That's what they said. I'll give you two that are more obscure for you to look up. I love the designs of the monster. Look up the creature from the movie Terror Vision. And then the Deadly Spawn. Both of those creatures are fucking awesome, and they're both from like really trash B movies. But the creature designs are awesome. Sina Durstum, greetings from the UK. Hello from the US. How would Sesamoid react to randomly receiving a package of plushies of each band member plus Kira? I feel like that they'd be a little creeped out.
They would think they're voodoo dolls.
Yeah. Piper and Griff would love it. Maybe Rue too. Quinn would think he's being stalked, and Warren would think like, okay, we need to be on red alert.
You know what Quinn would do? Quinn would be like, oh my god, I have a stalker. Finally!
Warren would like fucking take them and like, nobody touch these until we like know that there's somebody not watching us.
Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed. My history teacher put on my dad's music for the whole 49 minutes of class. Is your dad the one we discovered that one time who's the bassist from fucking what band was it? Roll with the Changes.
Yeah, I don't blame you for feeling
REO
embarrassed.
Speedwagon. Yeah, that's your dad. I remember that. I remember you. Why did your teacher spend the whole day playing REO Speedwagon? Is it because you told him that was your dad? Does the show have funny gags on part of Hanna-Barbera, Tex Avery, and Chuck Jones? It's not very Looney Tunes, if that's what you're asking.
It might have an occasional gag like that, but not often. Also, I need to stop zooming in to 2,000% to make sure every little thing's perfect.
Jay said, I decided to take a break from working on my cars to check in on the kid I generously tipped $2 to. I'll give you $2 to go back to your car and never come back. Everyone's saying fucking stop zooming in.
I know, I'm sorry!
Also, if you guys want to know how Valeport is spelled, it's Veilport. So like veil, like one in front of your face, and then port, like port. Yeah, S1444949. That's correct.
Veil fart? No, I think you're a little bit off. Yeah, you can see a good bit of our early concept for Valeport in the beginning of the proof of concept. But we've got a lot further refining to do. What are your thoughts on the Amazon Prime adult animated series Invincible? I still need to watch it.
I've heard nothing but good things, though. I'm behind on a lot of stuff. The Thing's monster design is much better than the prequel, am I right? Well, yes. If you're talking about... are you talking about the 2011 prequel, or are you talking about the original 1950s The Thing from Another World? Because that is just a dude who looks like Frankenstein, who is the creature there. do Rue and the band are they still in the house from that proof of concept short? That's Rue's apartment. She lives by herself in a crappy apartment, but you will see other locations that the gang live in. Not in the pilot, but in the first episode. The pilot, you're not going to see anybody's house because of where the location is, but in the first episode, you will see some places. Actually, I'll give you a little teaser hint without giving anything away. A big part of episode 1 is it establishes where the gang's home, like big hangout home place, is going to be for the future of the series through events. Is that okay to say?
Yeah. I mean,
I already said it.
I know, I was
so
about
guess.
to say, like, even if I said it wasn't okay, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to get anything from that. Characters, Griff is 22. Rue and Quinn are 23. What did we say? Piper's 24 and Warren's 25. Is that what we said?
Something like that. It's on the character announcement posts.
Will I ever watch the first Texas Chainsaw film on stream? Yes, I just got to get it on VHS, and it's fucking expensive on eBay. I did just order another lot of random VHS tapes to explore on stream, so that'll be fun. Hoping for a snuff film this time. Wait, where is Valeport theoretically located in the U.S.? Because you have a pretty diverse cast. So, like we said, it would be, since it's a port area, it'd be kind of like
it's
Seattle,
somewhere on the West Coast.
Yeah, northern West Coast, I would say.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Griff is the baby of the group. Has Ashley played Resident Evil Village yet? You played some of it, right?
I need to stream it still.
It's very good.
Add it to my many list of things to do.
The fucking list of shit that we need to, like, watch just grows exponentially.
I have so many games I need to play. I have so many things I need to watch.
Are there creepy ads in Farfetch, such as the jump scare ad? We're not gonna do any, like, cheap jump scares or anything, but there will be some spooky moments. And there will be some, I guess there'll be, like, some ads in the lore of the show, I guess, but, like, not, like ads to sell you stuff. Like, on TV.
I mean, we are gonna make some fun ads for, like, the Patreon and the merch eventually.
Oh, I will say, literally yesterday, we were working out in an episode where we have some fake, like, television programs that are on the TV, flipping through the channels, and we were laughing pretty hard, so I'm excited for those. Which actor is most like their character, and vice versa, which one is the least like their character? That's a good question. You know what? I would say Jacob is most like Griff.
Yeah.
Jacob is most like Griff, and I would say opposite. Jonah is not Warren.
Jonah's nothing like Warren.
Jonah is such a fucking pushover sweetheart. I love him. And Warren is such a grumpy dad that, you know, he does a great job playing him, but that's not what Jonah's like.
Also, Jonah definitely does have dad energy a lot of the time, but not the
I will say,
dad.
if Jonah, you know, in 30 years and more depression, he'll be Warren. I'm not gonna don't want to damn that on him, but
also Zekas is nothing like Drain.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Michael Zekas is nothing like Drain.
Zekas is a massive fucking sweetheart.
Yeah. Dave, what is your thought on Mel Brooks's Young Frankenstein? My favorite movie of all time. That's a very good pick. That is my favorite Mel Brooks movie. It's a very good film. Hashtag Jonah is a sweetheart. He is.
He's a
He
good
is a
boy.
sweetheart. Someone says, does that mean Drain is a shit boy? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Drain is the shit boy of this show, which, you know, you'll meet at some point.
You shall
We
be
have
the
seen Shrek
terrible
the
boy.
musical. We have seen Shrek the musical.
It's
It's something.
certainly a thing.
Is Warren a legit dad or a dad figure? Or no, he's not a daddy, you perverts. He's a dad-like figure. He's just the dad of the group. He's just that friend you have that just wants to make sure the friend group is everybody's taken care of. Is like, guys, please, we just gotta do this thing. He has a lot of flaws, but he just tries to be very dad-like in his mannerisms. What is my purpose? To make children so they can make children, and an endless cycle of nothing can live on.
To pass the butter.
Yeah. Okay, Rick and Morty. Dave, where's the Alf musical? I sacrificed the Alf musical to make this show for you.
Don't you blame me for the Alf musical not existing?
I blame you for most of my things.
Rude.
Can you show us how both of you approach directing? Okay. So I think Ashley would go over art direction, and I'll go over like voice and scene direction. I guess that would make sense, right?
Yeah.
Because Ashley and I come from different kind of directing backgrounds, where she's very confident in like art and animation directing, and I'm in like actual film directing. So, I guess for me to say I'm just very much like for example with voice directing, I always want to get 3 takes of each, and you kind of want to encourage your actors to if they're close to it, you can kind of supply sort of maybe try a little bit more like this, but don't force them to be like, oh, you have to sound exactly like this, because you want them to bring their own interpretation to it. But
never make your actors always do it exactly the way you're doing it, because then sometimes you can miss them having an idea that you would never have thought of yourself.
Exactly. But just be, very patient, and a lot of times actors will kind of get right away what you're looking for, and that makes it easy.
And that's also kind of one of the things that you look for in the casting process too, is you do a one-on-one callback with whoever you're thinking of casting, and in a call with them, direct them to do a second set of lines. And, not just whoever fits the voice perfectly, but people who are really easy to work with and kind of understand what you're going for are people that you really want to hire.
Yeah. I would say, too, with directing, because it's very much like a lot of times with animation, it's very similar to film in the way where it's like you have certain shots that you really want to be certain ways, So kind of expressing to the storyboard artists and animators and stuff how you want things to turn out is kind of like it's an explanation of a process. Sometimes you have to draw it. Sometimes they just pick up on it. And there were a couple shots in the pilot for this that were very specific, kind of for what we wanted. And I had to because I can't draw for shit. I'm a writing, music, and voice man. I cannot draw I make stick figures look good. I mean, bad. The opposite of good. But I would have to just go on the whiteboard and draw my shitty stick figure interpretation of a scene and then send it to our board artists, and they're like, got it. So that's the way I do it, at least.
Yeah, that was always funny. As for me, directing wise, my directing work is a little less like in-person hands-on as like voice directing. So usually what I do is, let me see if I can find some good examples. I'll have my animators submit their keys first. So just like the keyframes of their animation, and then I'll go through and give them notes and be like, hey, this is off model, this motion needs to be fixed, and then they'll revise those keys, send that to me for approval again, and then I will have them move on to doing in-betweens, and then I'll give notes on that if anything's off model again, or, you know, if the motion isn't quite right. Basically, if there's anything that I think needs fixing. Also, I'm trying to find some good examples, but Discord's search function is not working right now, so that's cool. Let me see.
Also says Ashley draws, Dave doesn't draw. Dave is the lousy artist.
Wow!
I write the show! It's alright. I am a lousy artist, that's true. Well, Ashley and I joke a lot about making this show that she handles the things you see and I handle the things you hear. Like, she handles, you know, she's in charge of the animation, cleanup, art, and I'm in charge of the writing, voice acting, and music. So,
yeah,
we have an interesting partnership. Which, it's nice, though, because through doing this, we have both learned a lot about each other's strong suits. So it's been nice to learn new things through doing that.
Alright, I'm trying to find a file real quick to pull up as, like, an example of, like, notes. God, why is searching for anything so fucking hard? Hold on. Think I found it? Let me see. I gotta turn off my screen for a second. Sorry, guys. Let's make sure this is the right one. Nope, that is not the right one. God damn it, where'd it go?
Well, shit.
Well, anyway, I'll just show my notes.
Just show the deep recesses.
Where'd it go? There it is? No. I have everything else super organized. I promise. It's just my notes. My notes are not organized even a little bit.
Listen. Just fully show the process.
Show everything?
Yeah.
No. Well, even my notes folder for this is just missing. Alright, cool.
Dave, do you have a favorite line in Farfetch'd? I do. But I can't say it yet because it's not out yet. But I do. I have a couple favorite lines. Multiple of them are from Griff. I will say that.
Alright,
Dave,
let me see if this is the right thing.
Let's see.
Yes, this is the right thing. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on my screen. Dave, it's the shot where Warren grabs the thing in front of Rue. Is that fine to show?
Grabs the thing in front of Rue.
Yeah, the camera.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you can show that.
Yeah, I'll probably.
They know there's a camera in this.
Okay.
The twin shot. So.
So let me switch back over. So like, this was a pass on, I think, all the in-betweens, but we were still having some like model issues.
Yeah.
So I had to do a draw over. And one of the like common things that's kind of an issue with my team is they'll forget how Rue's eyelashes do, because they're very different from everybody else's. So like everybody else, their eyelashes would like, one would point outward and the other would point like the opposite direction. God, I can't draw an arrow. So like Piper and like Quinn and like everybody else, their eyelashes point in opposite directions. Whereas Rue's both point whichever way she's looking. And another common issue that I have that I need to add to like the style guide and drawing guidelines is people will tend to draw Rue's eyelashes pointing like straight up instead of out like they need to. So like having everybody adjust, making them point out instead of up is like a really common note that I have to give people. So that was that they had to fix Rue's eyelashes, and then making sure to simplify down all of the shapes and not add too many like folds to the clothes or like wavy lines or anything. Like this show, well, it isn't as like shape languagey as like Has-Been is. It's still very like filled with simple shapes, and like hard corners and round edges. So keeping everything simple is really important for the show. And then making sure Kira's face stays on model is also something that's a little bit tricky sometimes for the team. So like here you can see that Rue's pants go over her leg line here and on the bottom. And one of like the drawing rules that I have for Rue is the top of her pants always stay flush with her leg, and then the bottom side of her pants like stick out a little bit. So just to kind of have a simplified edge versus a more complex edge. We also do that with like the fold of her like sleeves. Like one side's always going to be smoother and one side's going to be a little bit more complex. It's very visually appealing and helps simplify things a lot. And yeah, this also was another good example of like how to kind of simplify things down in her line work. And then Warren, I had to give a bunch of notes on, and also give notes on like how his lighting and everything should be. Because one of the things was he was like holding the drum the wrong way, so you have to keep like an eye out for that and remember that. And also, Warren has pupils while everybody else doesn't, which is another thing that's really easy to forget. And the animator for this was Circe, and they did an amazing job. Like, they did absolutely fantastic, but, like, Warren just needed a little sprucing up, a little simplifying down to keep his shapes nice and, pointy. And so, yeah, this is the full shot.
Yeah, of course. Everyone loves a good origin story, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, this was just keys. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Everyone loves a good origin story, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, Rue's still missing the box that she was supposed to be carrying and stuff like that. This shot has been finished now. I'll save the finished shot for later. But yeah, this is an example of some of the notes that I have to give. Hope that explains things. I don't know if I made any sense.
No, it does. I think it's a very nice insight. I was just letting you go because that's your
I get very
realm.
rambly.
Yeah, for those of you who are join our Patreon, you know what they're saying there, and you know some of that part because some of that short was revealed on Patreon. Which, if you'd like to help us make this show, you can go to patreon.com/Ashley Nichols Art, and you can support Farfetched.
Yes, I know. Sorry, I was just gonna say, yes, I know you all probably enjoyed those 2 frames of Warren.
Yes.
We knew what we were doing.
We wanted to, I will say, if you've seen the short, we wanted to find, it's actually difficult because, okay, I will say this, to not spoil anything. And this is a good thing. The part we showed you in the sneak peek of the short is the most boring part of the pilot.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, it is the most boring part of the pilot, if that says anything.
Yeah, if you want to see, like, the full context of, like, these different clips that I'm showing, these are all in the 1-minute clip that we shared on Patreon. So if you want to hear how all of the characters sound, and see them all interact, and see all the context for all of this, you can, for just literally $1 right now, you can go subscribe to my Patreon and check it out. We also have a bunch of concept art up on there, and a big explanation of where we're going with the show, and all sorts of stuff, so yeah, let me grab link to my Patreon real quick.
Also, Ashley, apparently you played the audio.
I did. It was mostly Rue, and then it was Warren saying, yeah, like, fucking whatever.
I can't believe this week. I can't.
It's
this partnership is over.
It's a huge
over.
spoiler, I know.
Farfetched is over. We're severing this partnership live on stream.
Yeah, everybody loves a good origin story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashley and I have joked before about, like, us, like, doing a fake, like, breakup of a partnership to, like, freak everybody out.
But yeah, that's my Patreon, by the way, everybody. If you would like to join and check out the clip,
you get early access for $1. You get all behind the scenes access to, like, everything. For $5, you get access to the Q&As on our private Discord, and for $10, you guys are gonna get a week early access to every single episode of the show and everything for the show we make. So,
yeah, of course. Everybody loves a good origin story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, no, I'm aware I played the audio.
I'm assuming you mean, are the monsters in Farfetched American focus, or will it be from Asia or other countries as well?
We would enjoy doing that, but we're a little cautious about, like, including monsters that are of cultural significance to other cultures that aren't our own. So, like, I would probably never include, like, skinwalkers or, like, wendigos.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Like, maybe we may, and I'm not saying this is confirmed, but, like, we may have something like shapeshifters, which are close to skinwalkers, but we wouldn't go into, like, the territory of skinwalkers or, like, wendigos, because they hold very important cultural significance to different people, and it isn't our right to really infringe on that. So we would rather not. If we, like, had somebody that was consulting with us that, like, really knew the culture and could tell us how to do it correctly, maybe. But as 2 fucking white people, you know, making a show, we don't want to appropriate cultures that aren't our own for profit, you know? Feels weird.
Believe it or not, guys, we don't want to actually offend anybody with anything we make. That's not a fun thing to do. So, but the monsters in the show, though, we do have a nice variety of inspiration from established things and original monsters. So you're gonna get a lot of variety of monsters in this show. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your sweet little bottoms. Daddy Dave is gonna take care of you. Don't go silent after that. Don't do that to me.
I was trying to think of an appropriate response, but all I could think of is I have to make a daddy joke now.
You being quiet was so much worse than anything that could have happened.
Daddy Dave, the Bone Father.
Everybody's like, please don't refer to yourself as Daddy Dave.
Listen, Daddy Dave.
I mean, alternatively, it could be Mommy Dave.
I mean, yeah, I take Mommy Dave. That's fine.
Mother David.
Mother David?
Sorry we missed your donation. Aunt Honey Rombo says, are there any video games that have influenced Farfetch'd? Also, will you do a Kickstarter / fundraiser after the medium comes out?
Damn, those are two good questions. I'm sorry we missed those.
Um,
Resident Evil. There's definitely some Resident Evil.
Yeah, absolutely Resident Evil. In fact, one of the ways that we like describing this show to like people who have no idea what it is we're like, just imagine Resident Evil meets Scooby-Doo.
We joke that like our show is like Scooby-Doo meets Resident Evil and Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. Specifically the term that I use for like people who like walk up to me and like ask about it, or like people who have no idea what it is I'll say, okay, so it's like Resident Evil meets Scooby-Doo but for people who shop at Hot Topic. Or for people who use DeviantArt. Like, that's usually the way that I describe it. And people are like, oh, okay, I understand exactly what this is. And I'm like, yeah, there you go.
But you're gonna get a lot of fun rock music and a creepy ice cream truck, so...
Yep.
It's so funny that whenever I describe this show out loud, how stupid it sounds, and that puts a huge grin on my face.
I mean, that's a good thing.
Like, listen. If you were to tell somebody, like, so guys, what's your show? Like, I can't go to my mom. Like, when my mom asked about the show, I'm like, oh, it's just like a, you know, like a kind of like a show. Like, I can't go. Oh yeah, it's about this girl and her rock band friends and their purple monster dog who drive around in an ice cream truck to stop a war between science and the supernatural in a small town. My mom would be like, when did I give you crack?
And also to answer if we're going to do a Kickstarter after the medium comes out, possibly. It depends on how things go.
It really does depend on how things go, because right now we're under, so as Ashley will tell you as the benefactor of things, making a show is expensive, very expensive. And, but the thing is that we wanted to, if we're going to have people support us financially, because we want to keep this show independent completely, to have full freedom. But if we wanted people to support us financially with like a Kickstarter or stuff to make a season, we wanted to make content of it on our own to prove we could do it.
Yeah.
Because it would not be fair if we were just like, hey guys, give us your money and maybe we'll make something. No. So that's why we're putting out this pilot, and we're trying to do the first episode of the show on our own. So that way, if we do a Kickstarter, people will be like, okay, they can make it. Let's help them do it. You know?
The benefit has been, and Helloa didn't have to do that, because the benefit that they had is Viv had this huge, dedicated, built-in fan base for years and years and years before like all of that started. So she already had like a huge foot ahead in being able to like financially support things, and then, you know, of course, Has Been fucking absolutely took off, and like there's no way that I can expect Farfetch'd to take off in the same exact way. Like, Has Been's a goddamn enigma, and there's no point in like comparing it. So, like, I'm already starting, like, I don't have that massive, like, years and years and years of built-in fan base. I do have a very good, active, and wonderful fan base, obviously. You know, you all are here.
But this is brand new IP that we're making.
Yeah, this is brand new. Nobody really knows about these characters. So it's a little harder to, like, make the money to make this. So if it absolutely takes off after the medium comes out, then yeah, no, we absolutely won't have to do any sort of Kickstarter or anything, because like merch and, you know, YouTube revenue and all of that will definitely more than pay for it. But like, if it's, you know, well received, that's still not gonna be enough to like fund a full series like right out the gate. Like the thing is, you need tons of money right out the gate to dive into a series, and so you're stuck between, do we take a slower pace and make money slowly over time, or do we just make all of our money immediately up front with a Kickstarter? So like if merch is selling insanely well, you don't need to do a Kickstarter, because there's your money right there. But if it's making, you know, decent money, but not like a metric fuck ton all at once, which most things don't, like that's why people need investments from like producers and like to partner with companies. Like nothing makes a ton of money immediately up front. Has been, like I said, has been is a goddamn fucking enigma. So like if we want to have the money to start and go into full hardcore production mode, like just right away and get it produced as fast as possible, that's when we would do a Kickstarter. But if we want to take things a little bit slower and like fund things month to month like we're doing right now, then we would just stick to the Patreon and streams and all of that.
Right. And because you got to keep in mind, like the money that would be, you know, donated or made or whatever, it goes to a team of 55 to 60 people making an original show. So it's a lot to cover. And we're trying to be realistic about this because, like, I'll be absolutely real with you, you know? As a guy who is a writer on Has Been, that show was a complete, as Ashley said, enigma. The way it blew up and how quickly it blew up, that is not something you can expect to happen. And also, to be quite frank and just honest, it's a bit intimidating because now there's this weird pressure on our brains to, okay, we're doing our thing, now it has to be as big as the thing we both came from.
Yeah.
Which is not going to happen. Obviously.
And also, I want to make an addendum. That isn't to say that Has Been didn't deserve to blow up the way it did.
No,
it
I'm just saying that it's
did deserve it. Like, it's an enigma that it did, but it's well deserved, and I'm really glad that it did.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, say to put it into different words, say it's going to cost $100,000 to make an episode. You could get the $100,000 through a Kickstarter right up front, and then make that thing in, say, like a month or two. Because you have all the money you need to blast through and pay everyone and make everything you need right away. Versus, say you don't do a Kickstarter, and you're only making $5,000 a month. You can still make that $100,000 thing, but it's going to take you 20 months to make it, because you need to earn that money slowly over time. So, it's a matter of, like, how much money we're making after the medium's done. But we're not against doing a Kickstarter, and, like, if we did a Kickstarter, we could have a ton of stretch goals, and a ton of cool backer rewards, and all that stuff. So to fund the series proper, and possibly episode 1, we may have to go with a Kickstarter, but, you know, that's fine. Like in most productions do. Lackadaisy did, Long Gone Gulch did, like, that's very much the norm.
I think it's just that, we've been doing this a while, and something I just personally believe, and it's kind of the same thing, and maybe this is just me, and just my mantra on things. It's the same thing with a Kickstarter as it is with the merch stuff. The reason why we're not pushing like the Patreon's one thing, like it's Patreon, right? The reason why we're not pushing all this stuff for money right out the gate is that I personally, my mantra is I do not think it's fair to want all of this merch and money stuff if we don't have a product to show you first. And that's why, like, this pilot that we're doing, this 8-minute thing, we wanted to get out 100% on our own for you guys, so that the people will be like, whoa, that's cool. That's something I want to support, as opposed to, yeah, we could make this thing. Because it's, you know, it's, first of all, it's more trustworthy, and second of all, it's like, you know, you'd rather see it and see that we could do this, you know?
Yeah.
That's just, and that's maybe to be fair, I'm just an old boomer, and that's just me being like, you know, don't trust the system or whatever, wagging your finger. But that's just why, like, those decisions have been made, just because I would much rather you guys get the content, learn about the characters, enjoy the story, and then if you want to help us out, be like, okay, they know what they're doing, I'm going to buy their merch, or I'm going to donate to their Kickstarter, as opposed to right out the gate being like, is this going to be a scam or something? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, like, I don't know, we may be boomers in that. We want to prove that
we're so
without support, we can do amazing things, so with support, we can do even cooler shit. But yeah, that's our philosophy on that. Sorry for the long diatribe.
Sorry, yeah. I mean, it's like I said, we're
like
trying
to be really transparent.
We do like to be very honest with you guys, because this is just the way these things work, you know.
And like realistically, like looking at it, like probably what we would end up wanting to do is after the medium's out, do a Kickstarter, and then take the money that like we're making on Patreon and through merch and all that, and store that away to make things like comics and like bonus content and like even more cool shit for you guys to enjoy, or have that be an added investment to do even more cool shit in the pilot or with future episodes.
Exactly. Because we have a lot of bonus content ideas too for you guys besides just the show, like things like comics or like covers from the band, and I don't know, a Papa Swirl in your window staring at you while you sleep. Can't guarantee that one, but
so yeah, everything that you guys donate, and like everybody who's given bits and like everything, again, thank you. Everything you guys donate literally goes directly to the team. Like, absolutely
yes.
Everything from our streams and our merch, and everything goes right back to the team. And just getting this thing made and making sure that they are being paid well and living comfortably.
Yes.
So we
really like
you guys very, very much.
We really like our team. They're very talented and cool, and we'd like them to get paid correctly.
Yeah. Also, Gabe donated $10 to ask, is there still a Discord for your podcast? If not, what level of Patreon do I need to join to get on the Farfetch'd Discord? Love your work, both of you. So if you join the $5 and up Patreon tier, you can get into the Patreon exclusive Discord, where we host Q&As and we bring on members of the Patreon server to like chat with us and answer questions, and we can get a lot more like in depth with our patrons because, you know, they've seen more and they know more. So we can answer more questions to our patrons than we can, like, here on stream. And also it gives you a chance to, like, come in and chat with us. But if you would like to join just my public Discord, I can post a link to that as well, because I know not everybody can pay to support.
Will you continue your partnership after Farfetch'd?
No.
I mean, that's no, we hate, listen.
We're sick of each other.
We hate each other. This right here, what you're seeing is a ruse of friendship.
We're like Adam Savage and
Jamie Heineman.
Jamie
Dude,
Heineman.
that was so sad whenever I learned that the Mythbusters didn't like each other.
They hate each other.
It sucks. And I was like, it's like finding out that Santa Claus isn't real. It's just like, oh. Sorry to anybody who didn't know Santa Claus wasn't real. Oops. Oops.
Sorry to ruin it for you. Apologies.
Are you guys going to do a patron list thing in the episodes, like mini creators? Yeah, we're gonna all patrons will get credited in the So the way we have it is like the $1 and $5 people. You get your name in the credits of every episode, and then the $10 people get the exclusive Preposterous People credit, which is basically like executive producer.
Yeah.
By the way, so the joke is, I'm sure you guys have figured it out, on the Patreon, it's dubious dudes, ridiculous roadies, and preposterous people. There are 3 synonyms of the word far-fetched. So, preposterous people is basically executive producer, essentially. Everybody's mad at me because I revealed Santa wasn't real. I'm sorry, Death Kitten! Okay, with a name like Death Kitten, your childhood wasn't ruined by me.
Oh my god!
It's a little Dahmer-esque, don't you think?
Oh my god, Dave.
I'm sorry.
Dave's mean.
I'm sorry. A big parasocial hugs for everybody.
We love you all in this big parasocial relationship.
Yes. So I'm Muslim, so I don't give a damn over Santa. That's right.
Hell yeah.
Fuck Santa. Fuck Santa.
You're too powerful.
Is Santa real and far-fetched? That's a good question. Okay, so for the Christmas episode, is Santa real? We haven't talked about this.
We'll just we're gonna have
to get back to you. This is a conversation we haven't had yet.
Santa should totally be real.
Jewish, don't care about his weird chimney climbing ass. Have I ever told you guys my theory on why Santa Claus eats milk and cookies?
No.
So I figured it out, guys. This is put on your tinfoil hats. This is 300 IQ time with Dave. So he eats milk and cookies at every stop, right? Well, he has to climb down the chimney, so his bones have to be pretty fucking strong to fit down a chimney, which is why he drinks milk at every stop, so his bones are super strong to go down the chimney.
I don't like this theory.
The cookies he eats is how he gets around the world in one night, because he's on a major sugar rush from the cookies, and it makes him fly around super fast. That's why he needs them.
Oh my god. I love that you've thought this out.
Call the Library of Congress. Do I have a submission for them? Santa's bones are stronger than titanium. They are! Sugar highs are actually a myth and have been debunked by multiple scientific studies. Fuck science! This is Dave logic.
Dave doesn't believe in science. You heard it here. Cancel him.
Dave, how do you explain the reindeer? Malnourishment.
What? What? How does malnourishment make them fly?
You're doing a good job on the cleanup.
But fucking don't distract from the question! I like how the music that's playing right now almost sounds like do 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 do.
This would be good if it was playing like Christmas music right now. Okay, wait, can I go off for a second? Because for some reason, I know it's August and we're talking about Christmas. The Little Drummer Boy is the shittiest Christmas song ever made.
What? I like that song. It's cute.
Fuck that song. Stupid fucking drummer boy ass coming to wake up baby Jesus in the middle of the night. Get the fuck out of here.
It's cute.
Rumpa-pum-pum your way off a cliff, you dumbass.
Wasn't there like a really cute like Rankin Bass like drummer boy fucking like special or something? I swear to God, there was like a cute little stop motion drummer boy thing that was really adorable.
There was. Rankin Bass made like all of those Christmas specials. Like, I still love the I'm Mr. Snow Miser, I'm Mr. Cold, or whatever it is.
Yeah, the drummer boy thing was really fucking, like, dark and sad.
Year Without a Santa Claus. Yeah, that's what it was. Dude, fucking, I'm gonna shout out our friend Gooseworks. If you guys have never heard her fucking instrumental cover of Snow Miser on her YouTube channel,
it's so fucking good.
It's fantastic. Go listen to it. I'm Mr. Dick Blister. I'm Mr. Cum.
Dave,
That's the new version.
Dave, what the fuck?
Been hanging out with Michael too much.
Yeah, you have. Michael's a bad influence. You can say the word poop, and Michael will just start losing his mind.
Dude, can we talk about the time where I dangled keys in front of Michael's face and he started laughing?
Fucking, so Dave was, like, making a joke that, like, he never has to try when Michael's around because Michael will laugh at literally anything, and to prove the point, Dave pulled out his keys and started jingling them in front of Michael's face, and Michael started laughing his ass off, and we were just like, oh my god, Michael!
Also, Katsumi, thank you for the subs.
Michael's a good boy. I love him a lot.
It's just the timing on it of him just laughing with me jingling my keys.
He's a good boy. Very wholesome, but also kind of dumb. It's like that one thing where that woman's just like, you're stupid. I like that in a man. That was me.
Crab Lad says, Dave, my crab fan art has been sent. It's highly professional and very high quality. Okay, Crab Lad, you're going to make me log on Twitter for the first time in 2 days. I hope you're happy with what you've done.
Also, Space Corn says, love you guys. Y'all got me off my ass to create more. Thank you. Aw, thank you. We are glad.
Crab Lad, that is fantastic. I see what you have made, and I approve.
What'd they draw?
You'll see in the fan art feature. Also, there's going to be a lot of good stuff in the fan art feature.
Yeah, if you want to be featured in the fan art feature, just tag me.
And do
Instagram.
hashtag Farfetched show.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to make the hashtag Farfetched show, because if you just do Farfetched, it's literally just a bunch of conspiracy nuts.
Yeah. You know what I think is the funniest thing too? Guys, if you type Sesamoid into Twitter, you either get tweets about our show or x-rays of like broken toes.
Yeah. It's really funny.
People talking about athletic foot injuries and stuff.
Our SEO is fucking banger.
Beautiful. Yeah, do you guys, if you don't know what Sesamoid is, Google it. That's the name of our band's... Ashley actually let me get away with naming our main character's band Sesamoid.
Is it too late to go back?
No. I mean, yes.
Oh, no, it's not too late? Yeah!
I have this obsession with just naming things after weird bones in the body. And that's how that happened. Why is it called that? It's funny.
Because it made us laugh.
Ashley, have you tried your hand at 3D model making? It's really big in VR chat.
Yeah, I'm really, really bad at making 3D models. I'm very fucking bad at it. One of these days I need to find some of my old, like, 3D modeling stuff. It's terrible.
Dave, what would you name your child? Okay, so I've actually thought about this, and I've talked to Ashley about this, and Michael, and Jacob. If I had a kid, I would name them Dad.
I like how you first said, I've talked to Ashley about this, and I'm like, what? Like, I'm gonna be the mother of your kid?
No. I mean, I'd probably, like, dump them on you and be like, here you go.
Wow!
No, I would name my kid Dad. That way I could just pause. So that they get sent to the principal's office or something. They have to call me and be like, yes, my son Dad is in trouble.
Dad's in trouble.
What if it's a girl still named Dad? Listen, Dad is a gender-neutral term.
I'm just sitting here rolling my eyes.
Tech donated $5. Hi, Ashley. A while ago, you shared useful-looking website for the parts you used to build a PC. Do you still have it?
Yes? Question mark? I'll have to go and find it. I don't know where it is anymore. Michael has literally the same build as I do, though, and I think he still has all of his list. So, you should, like, tweet at him or ask him or something.
Are there what they call speed lines, where you actually animate the air, and it's all dried brush on cells by very talented inkers?
We're not doing cells, but maybe?
This is Disney in the 70s.
I know. I was like, what are we, 70s Disney?
You know, I'm curious to know what kind of face pillow does Piper sleep with? Why do you assume that she sleeps with a face pillow?
What's a face pillow?
Isn't that the thing, like the oval pillow that you like use on airplanes?
Maybe? Is it because her hair's really fluffy?
Oh, maybe so. Maybe that makes sense. How many children are run over during the course of the show?
Innumerable. Uncountable.
Hold on, can you guys hear us? Someone's saying they lost the audio. I want to make sure it's just them. Okay, no, they can hear it. It's just them.
Okay,
yeah, restart your Twitch. How many children have been traumatized by Papa Swirl? All of them.
Many. Innumerable.
Oh, those pillows that have the anime Dream Men pictures.
Oh, you mean a body pillow?
Piper's gay. Piper is gay. Keep that in mind.
Piper probably owns quite a few body pillows, but they're all of women. She's very gay.
Why do you have to make it weird, though?
What?
I'm talking about your fans. They're all perverts.
Fucking, I own body pillows.
You know, sometimes I forget, like, both of us coming from Has-Been. Like, it's like, I forget that, like, our audience are just a bunch of perverts. And now we're, like, making a
degenerates.
bunch of filthy degenerates. And I'm here, like, we're trying to make a sophisticated program about a purple dog and an ice cream truck. And you're bringing your sexual bigotry. I don't appreciate it.
I think you're the bigoted one if you're, shaming them for having
Sex
body
is for
pillows.
cowards, alright?
Pretty sure you're
I have a tweet.
Dave.
I have a tweet up somewhere. I'd have to find, but it's just a video of me that I just tweeted. Just found out sex is real, and it's me throwing a full cup of Coca-Cola at the side of a wall, and it exploded.
God. Got the Piper's hair done.
Listen, I'm bisexual. I could be horny as fuck, but sex is for cowards. I stand by that. My brothers and sisters in the asexual community are stronger than I.
That would mean Michael's stronger than you.
Oh. Well, let me grab the keys. I found his weakness. Okay, hear me out. Papa Swirl body pillow. Okay, we've officially gone too far with this show. The gig is up. Time to cancel.
Time to end it. The simulation's running too fast.
Sex is for cowards. Dave slowly puts on fedora. No! No! Listen. I'm not an incel.
I don't know.
I'm not an incel. I'm just broken inside.
I'm not an incel. I'm just a very sad man.
I think to be fair, like a part of it is just that like because like we're in a community with like so much like obviously with the shows we've worked on that are so like horny and stuff. It's just funny for me to make fun of like the sexual stuff, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like it's just a bit.
It's just a bit, everyone. Don't worry.
Listen, guys, I'm a filthy degenerate, but I think it's funnier to act like a prude.
A celibate fucking asshole.
Yeah, I just think it's funny.
There we go. Let's smooth out that animation a bit.
What if I hypothetically make a human version of Papa Swirl? Oh, there is Mama Swirl that someone did that our friend Coco is going to cosplay. The girlfriend of Jonah, the Warren's voice actor. Ashley, I have a question. Since I'm learning animation, I want to know your opinion. Should I animate with vector layers or raster layers?
It depends. I find vector layers easier because, like, so what I'm working on right now is a vector layer, and if you look at it, no matter how far I zoom in, it's still completely crisp. Like, I can zoom into this thing infinitely, but if you look at, like, the stuff in the background, this is raster. So, like, when you're zoomed out all the way, it looks totally, like, fine, but as you get further and further in, it gets more and more, like, pixelated. So I like vector, it's a lot cleaner. And also, say, like, I suddenly needed this art of Piper to be much larger, I could, like, very cleanly, make it larger without, like, ruining the sharpness of it. So that's a huge benefit to vector layers. But sometimes people just like the feel of raster layers more. So just experiment with both and see what feels better for you. There really isn't any right or wrong answer. Where I would put my foot down is I would say if you're doing cleanup animation, you should do that in vector. Because sometimes once you hit the cleanup process, things need to be scaled up or, like, moved around, and if it's raster, it'll get really blurry. But if it's vector, it just stays nice and crisp. So, do your rough animation however makes you feel most comfortable, but do your cleanup in vector.
Amen. Chompy's ZZZ, thank you for all the gift subs. We appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Ashley, what was the decision to make Quinn look like a very hot woman? I have never before believed in the gay agenda to turn me gay before, but I do now.
I just like really, really androgynous people. I like really, really masculine women. Like, women who identify as she, her. Like, let me get that clear. I'm not saying, like, people who are trans or non-binary. I'm saying people who, like to present very, like, androgynously. So, like, really masculine women, or, like, really feminine men, or anyone anywhere on the binary. I love when people, like, mess with gender norms. I think that's really cool, for one thing, and it shows a degree of confidence that I think makes somebody more interesting. So
which is perfect for Quinn's character, because Quinn is very, very confident, but he's also a greedy piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
people who absolutely break and fuck with the gender binary and, like, say fuck gender norms and fuck gender and clothing and all that shit, I really love that. Because when I was younger, I liked to dress very masculinely, and I got made fun of, like, a lot for that. So I kind of like to explore that with my characters and my art and be like, hey, you know what? Fuck gender and clothing. Like, fuck making assumptions about people based on just what they wear. So
You thought it was an incel earlier.
And so, yeah. And also, I just like men who, like, wear makeup and, like, dress really goth and shit. Like, that's always been something that I like. So I just put a lot of things that I really love into Quinn.
It's also funny because, like, we always joke because, like, Quinn, and I get it, Quinn is a very hot person. I understand. He is very attractive. But it's very funny because people, like, Quinn is the one that gets drawn the most, like, sexually. When people think Quinn is going to be, like, this, like, sexual deviant, Quinn has the personality of Eddie from Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're going to come to find out.
Quinn is not a flirt or, like, sexual, like, at all
Quinn is
He
fucking.
finds that shit really tiring, actually.
Quinn is exhausted and greedy,
Yeah.
which is. Oh my God, Quinn is like Jim Sterling. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, Quinn is very Quinn is very, very demisexual. Like, he's very fucking, like, picky. The closest he gets to being flirty is looking someone dead in the eye and being like, I know you want this, but go fuck yourself.
Quinn would much rather be playing his drums and looking good while doing it than trying to look good for somebody else, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, he looks good for himself and himself alone.
Like, I will say, like, not no spoilers, but in this pilot, you will see Quinn's kind of greedy tendencies, because he just wants to get that fame, man. That's what he wants.
Also, being demisexual means that you only feel sexual attraction to people that you're really, really close to, that you've developed, like, a deep connection with. So, like, Quinn, he doesn't, like, he has friends, but he doesn't really have, like, super close friends other than, like, Rue. Like, it takes a lot to be, like, for him to let you in. So when it comes to, like, romantic partners and stuff, it takes a lot for him to, like, reach that point with them. It takes a lot of, like, building up of trust and, like, you know, all that. So, yeah, he's not very sexual.
Once said the only gender that matters is skeleton, and I wholeheartedly agree with this. Because if you think about it, that's what we all are, right? Just sacks of organs. Ashley?
Huh?
Are you there?
Oh, I was reading the chat. I got distracted. What?
Oh, I was saying, someone said that the only gender that matters is skeleton, and I said, I agree.
Yep.
Because we're all just walking sacks of... Guys, have you ever sat down and, like, thought about the fact that you're just, like, a walking sack of flesh? Somehow you move and think? It's really weird.
We're all just fucking bags of water and bones. Like, doesn't matter. Don't be a bigot and identify literally however you want.
Guys, I have an existential crisis every single day, and it's what keeps me humble.
But yeah, I've had people say that, like, oh, Quinn shouldn't look very feminine if he's a man, and I'm like, why? Like, people can identify literally however the fuck they want.
There was one person who was, like, upset that Quinn was a man just because they were attracted
just because
to
it
him.
just because it ruined their boner, and I'm like, fucking get over yourself.
Like, get over it, dude. First of all, you're attracted to a cartoon character, which makes you a loser. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Dave's mean. Everybody shame Dave.
Listen, I know. You know what I should do? I should do that, like, just be sitting on a throne with all of, like, the far-fetched characters and has-been characters that I've helped create, and just point at people and be like, you're attracted to them? Losers. Pointing at them, losers.
Then why'd you make them hot, Dave?
It's a bit, it's all for the bit. This is the long con of me just calling everybody out as losers.
You like cartoon characters? Loser.
Loser.
I say that as somebody who has crushes on many a cartoon character. Cry.
But that's honestly, like, to be serious, like, that's kind of, like, why it's always confounded me whenever people are, like, so adamant about, like, the shipping of characters and stuff. Because I'm just like, dude, they're cartoons. Like
shipping characters,
they're not real.
Shipping characters is fine. Like, that's fun and, like, cool and
shipping
totally
real
fine.
people is fucking weird to me. That's where it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Cartoons, go for it. As long as it's not, like, offensive or something.
Yeah, like, shipping cartoon characters is, like, totally fucking fine. It's the people who get, like, fucking seriously, like, gung-ho about it, or, like, get violent about it, or, like, angry about it, where I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Like,
Fucking
I'll say
touch
this.
grass. Like, holy shit.
I know I jokingly called you guys losers. You want to know who the actual real losers are? The people who ship, like, real-life celebrities. Those people are actual fucking losers. Like, they're creepy and weird.
I know people have made, like, ship art of, like, Michael and Ed, but that's, like, a joke. The people who actually, like, forcibly ship real people, that's
But
not
I'm talking
cool.
about, like, the people who are obsessed with, like, you know, like, A-list
shipping.
celebrity couples and stuff.
Oh, I was gonna
Like-
say the people who shipped, like, fucking what's his name? The Odd One's Out, and Jaden Animation.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that shit is really not cool.
I was gonna say, like, there are people who are, like, and this is way more of a normie thing, but, like, people who are obsessed with, like, I don't know, like, Brad Pitt and, like, Angelina Jolie and shit like that. And it's like, why? Why do you care? There are people who have billions of dollars, will never know you exist. Celebrities are... Let me tell you guys just something. Celebrities are fucking weird. They are. They're all
they're
weird.
all freaks. Like, fucking, what was it? Like, Ashton Kutcher, whoever it was, doesn't bathe his son.
Yeah, which is weird because isn't he like doesn't he like help like track down like pedophiles and stuff, which is admirable, but then he doesn't bathe his own kids?
Yeah,
so,
he
like,
said he doesn't bathe his children until they look dirty. And I'm like, what the fuck?
It's so fucking weird. Yeah, A-list celebrities like a lot of B actors are cool as shit, but A-listers, except like I can count on like my hand A-listers who are cool. Like Ryan Reynolds seems pretty cool. Like that dude seems cool. The rest of them though are fucking crazy.
I really regret
Ryan
not
Reynolds
going
got
out to
married
get-
on a plantation? What the fuck?
I really regret not going out to get drinks before the stream. My mouth is so dry.
I shipped Dave with Orlando Jones, the guy from the 7-Up commercials. Okay, I'll take that. That's okay. You know what? I'm okay with that, because that guy is fucking amazing. Ashley, remember those commercials I showed you with a guy standing in the middle of the street?
Amazing. Also, Subham says, love your art. Can't wait for your show. Thank you. And I don't know if we got it, but, Chompy's gifted 5 subs. Thank you. Also, Kirby Sauce says, excuses and money, or excuses? I think they meant excesses of money leads to a lack in survival skills and thus, disconnect from reality. Yeah.
It's weird, because you think that if you had more monetary income, you would be able to better plan yourself for survival skills, but instead it just disconnects you from reality. It's weird, right?
Yeah, it's very surreal.
Keanu Reeves is cool, too. That's another A-lister who's cool. But even then, it's like, you know, it's just weird to think about, I guess, like, how much these people are paid for, like, this. I don't know. This is why I could never live in Hollywood. Like, never. Like, I will work in LA to make shows, but I could never live there long term. It's too weird to me. What are your guys' favorite video games? Isn't yours Breath of the Wild?
No, my favorite is Pokemon X and Y. No, wait, no, my favorite video game's Ark. God, I like to push Ark out of my brain. Fucking Ark is a bad video game. Ark is horrible. Never play Ark. It's my favorite game, but it's terrible. But of the good games, my favorite is Pokemon X and Y.
I'll say, like,
Probably
this is...
with Breath of the Wild tied for it.
This is recent for me, but, like... And, okay, you know what? You guys are feel free to call me a loser back from earlier when I say this, but Undertale really, like, genuinely changed my life and my view on some things.
Aww.
So that game is very important to me. As somebody types in, Dave, I just watched your Undertale playthrough and you're bad at puzzle solving. I know! I'm not good at it. You guys have no idea how many times in the house I have talked about, like, I have legitimate internal discourse with myself about, because I know I need to play the genocide run of Undertale to understand Deltarune, but I just refuse because I don't want Sans to dislike me. Like, I cannot emotionally handle playing the genocide run, And I'm like, okay, maybe I should just suck it up and do it. But then I'm like, no, it'll break me.
I will say, like, I genuinely have, like, seen, like, a difference in, like, how you think about things ever since, like, you've played Undertale. Like, that did genuinely change you as a human being.
I'm like 1% less of an asshole, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 1% is a lot when you're a big asshole, so, you know, if I...
You know what they say about the 1%?
I'm kidding. But no, like, it's a wonderful game. I love that game a lot. Also, I was checking my Discord notifications, and I saw this on the Patreon Discord server.
Let's see.
Somebody posted them putting their hand up against Warren. I'm not gonna name them. So I won't publicly shame them other than showing them